They say time heals, but out in Dry Creek, time only settled the dust. I was a boy in 1897 when the church bells last rung for Miss Eleanor Price, the prettiest woman in the county and the music teacher at Dry Creek Chapel. Folks said her laughter could calm a storm, until the night she vanished. It was a Sunday evening, just after service. The rain had started early, a heavy, cold mist that made the lanterns flicker like dying stars. Eleanor stayed behind to close up the chapel, as she always did. The sheriff said she never made it home. All they found come morning was her parasol, snapped clean in two, by the old river bridge. Dry Creek was a small town, one where everyone knew everyone else's secrets. Some whispered it was her beau, Thomas Hale, the blacksmith. Others said it was Reverend Mather himself. He'd grown too fond of Eleanor, they claimed. But nobody could prove a thing. Weeks went by. The bells stopped ringing. Folks grew scared of the chapel, saying you could hear her piano playing by itself when the wind blew through the rafters. Then, one cold December night, Thomas Hale rode into town, his clothes torn and his eyes wide like he'd seen the devil. He went straight to the sheriff and confessed.
Said he'd done it. Said Eleanor wanted to leave him for a man from St. Louis.
Said he'd followed her after church, and when she tried to run, he struck her with the hammer he used for horseshoes. He buried her by the creek under the willow tree. They found her there, just where he said, her hands folded over her chest, the silver cross she always wore still around her neck. Thomas Hale was hanged the following spring.
The night before, he told the preacher he still heard her singing, clear as the church bells.
And I swear to you, sometimes when the wind blows down from the hills and carries through the valley, you can still hear those same bells of Dry Creek, ringing slow and sorrowful, for a woman whose laughter once filled the town. Some stories fade with time, but not in Dry Creek, not where the bells still remember.